So here it is, YouTube. I'm Roadhawk Wilson, welcoming you in my home and discussing depression. And first and foremost, you may say, well, there's all these people who have depression. Why does it matter? Because it affects millions of Americans. It affects probably billions of people around the world. There's clinical depression, which is a more severe mental illness, but there's also just depression, which everyone experiences at some point in their life. And when you do, you find out it's a debilitating, stressful, angry disease that wants to consume all of you. However, the point of this video is to say keep fighting. Depression does not need to win. If it wins, then there are extreme circumstances such as suicide, debilitating life, giving up hope, many different things that will destroy you from the inside out. And depression is rabid. It is ravenous. It does want to eat at who we are, eat at what we want to be. But at the same time, I do want you to know that there are people out there, there are programs, there are organizations such as AMI, such as the one I work for, Angel Service. There are so many organizations that are dedicated to helping. There are support groups, there are so many things. And you may ask, how am I supposed to reach out to this? All it takes is a Google search. There are churches that do this. I will even provide a link down below. As someone who has been living with depression, I say living with because I do not let it stop me. I have learned to move forward in my life. And you may say, how can you just have that mentality? It's because I don't want this creature that lives within me, this idea that life is meaningless, to succeed, to win. And by embracing other people, by suppressing the circumstances that caused my depression, I am a survivor of depression. I am someone who has a multitude of different disabilities, different circumstances, but I am not defined by them. And an example being the loss of my father at a very young age defined my life for a brief period of time. But if it were not for those who cared about me, those who fought for me, those who stayed by my side, I would not have continued fighting. And if I hadn't continued fighting, I wouldn't have beaten my depression. It still comes back. It still destroys me from time to time. But the difference between a survivor and a victim is someone who moves past the circumstances they've faced and moves forward with their life. I'm not saying being a victim is a bad thing, but being a victim your entire life is definitely detrimental. There is so much joy, so much happiness in being a survivor of depression, because once you beat depression, once it's a battle that you have to fight every day, but one you've already won once, which means you can do it again. I know this is not the most inspirational speech, but I'm going to be talking about this more frequently. Please know that this could be a 30-minute video, but I do want to acknowledge what you are facing, what a friend may be facing, what you are feeling is not invalid, but it is not something meant to rule your life. With that, I'm Roadhawk Wilson saying I'll see you in another video. Keep up what keeps you healthy, and I will see you later. Bye.